Hello everybody, it's Rob here from propertyinvestmentsuk.co.uk, and today we're going to be looking at property investments in Manchester, which is an area of the northwest that I personally invest in myself, and I also source properties for other clients in this region as well. Now to do this we're going to use a cool little tool called Property Heat Maps, which will show you in less than 5 minutes how you can find the best locations for your property investments in this particular area. Now the website that we're using for this is mouseprice.com, and it shows very simply the split of area based on the market values, so you can simply see where the lower value price range areas are and the higher value price range areas are. And now to do this we're going to use a section over here called Area Guide, so if we click on that and then type in a postcode, so M14 is a postcode of Manchester that we cover, and if we click on search, what that'll do is bring us to the first page, which is an area guide. Now on here is some more information on this particular postcode, but the main part of this website that we're looking at is heat maps. So if we scroll over here on the left hand side and click heat maps, that'll take us to this area guide section over here. Now on this section, as you can see, you've got a map of the postcode region, and it's got an overlay there of different property prices used or shown with a colour scheme. So what I mean by that is if you scroll further down, or if you look further down, you've got an average price guide and bar here. Now it shows you the lower value properties are in dark blue, and it goes through to light blue, green, yellow, orange and red. So the higher value price range properties are dark red. Now this will show you a very simple way of seeing which are the lower value areas. So from here, for instance, you can see that Chorlton, scroll further down, an area here called Didsbury and Heaton Mersey are quite high value areas. And then if you go further up, you've got an area called Rusholme, Longsight, Moss Side, Hume, and they're lower value areas. So you can see simply if price range is one of your key factors and you wanted to invest in the South Manchester area, which areas you may be able to kind of consider or to look at. Now, if we scroll further out on here, what you'll see is a wider view of Manchester. Now Manchester is a very big area, you've got a lot of different markets going on, and if you see here from the east part of Manchester and the west and also the north part of Manchester, you've got a lot of lower value regions that may make sense to invest in from a property purely return on investment or rental yields point of view. But typically for higher return on investment and rental yields, I prefer other areas like Chester and Warrington, and I use South Manchester as a different investment area for myself and for clients. I mainly focus on this area because long term it shows a lot more potential going forward than other parts of Manchester. For instance, it's got a lot of investment in the region, it's got very high employment rates, it's got a good mix of tenant profiles, and there's a good balance of homeowner and rental properties as well. So it has a lot going for it, great South Manchester, but the downside to that is unfortunately some of the regions are quite expensive from a price perspective. So typically they may have lower rental returns than other parts of Manchester and other sections of the northwest, but it swings and roundabouts. It depends on what you're looking for your criteria. When you're looking at property investments, we have what we call the 7 golden rules, which cover everything from tenant profile to being able to add value to the property, and obviously price range is one of them as well. So it's well worth a look on that. You can see that on our website. If you go there, you can see the 7 golden rules that we look at for property investments for clients. But this video here is just simply a way of showing you the south part of Manchester, which is an area that I personally invest in, an area that I look at for clients as well and source properties in for clients, where you can spot the lower value areas and where you can spot the higher value areas. So that's it guys, hopefully this video was helpful for you and has given you some good information. If it was and you'd like some further videos along these lines, then please feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel, which you can find at youtube.com/Robert Jones Property, and then you'll get updated with all the latest future videos and information to help just like this one, which will hopefully help you on the road to building your property investment portfolio. And if you ever have any questions, please feel free to drop me an email. You can do that at rob@propertyinvestmentsuk.co.uk, or just put a comment on the end of this video and I'll be happy to answer and help where I can. That's great, thanks for watching, and hopefully it's been helpful for you.